easily make a comeback if the seed winds up being really, really nasty.
I hope Kuumba does some crazy zip that I've never seen before. That'd be great. Do it. Do it. Alright, we're both in Quickman. MetaLow and Kuumba, round 2, race 2 of 3, of a potential 3.
Very vanilla looking Quickman colors. Of course, the actual enemies not so much.
Right, right.
Thank you, Charlie Boy, for putting up our our newest copy pasta.
It's not the newest one. Kami's got the new one. His is a little bit shorter, and it mentions the fact that there are new sprite changes in this. If you, instead of racing as Mega Man, you can race as Roll, Bass, or Proto Man if you so choose. This one's the one that I posted in chat is the one from last year, but it works all the same. As these guys are making their way through the lasers here, it looks like MetaLow might be a screen ahead at the current time.
Yeah, just about a screen ahead, but both our players are still moving pretty swiftly as they're on their way to the Quickman boss room, where we're about to see who our robot master is about to be.
Yeah, 136 at the gate for Meta, 140 for Kuumba. He's about 4 seconds behind. This is still a very small deficit. Anybody's game, and Heatman in here again. We didn't even randomize the seed from the last one. It's the same bosses and everything.
Yeah,
of course, but that is not a joke.
MetaLow being a little too carefree and getting popped by the heavy-hitting Heatman, taking a necessary death as Kuumba does beat Heatman and gets item 3 for his trouble.
Bro, didn't we get item 3 the first time in the last seed? Oh man.
Maybe.
Yeah, we really didn't randomize this, did we? Oh man. Yeah. But yeah, Kuumba making his way out first. Say he's got a slight lead now that Meta took that death. Meta finds himself in Flash. Kuumba with item 3 in hand, going to wood. I agree with this. This is actually a great move, as item 3 you can still do good wood with just that in the Buster, and you get one of the longer stages out of the way early.
Yeah, but we still need to see what screen is on that one particular screen above where you do the good wood zap. If there are fans in the area with no weapons or no flash stopper, we could have issues.
Yeah, he's not gonna check. He's just gonna go for it. So yeah, if he does end up soft locking, that could be a problem. He'll have to start all the way from the beginning, because no reliable way to password in. Does he make it this time? Yes, he does. There he goes. Little trouble on the setup, but he's gonna make it in.
Yeah, with good enemies in that screen as well, so he can do it cleanly with no issues. Also, turbo is not allowed. If you gotta have to have your own matching ability to do this. Turbo gives an unfair advantage to most players. So we find Air in Flash, and Airman is what seemed to be the new meme around the Mega Man 2 randomizer circle. Is he is not being a bro.
Right, yeah. Siberian Bull came up with that one, and Airman not being a bro to MetaLow, but MetaLow gonna make it out nonetheless, and I'm not gonna be able to see if he gets a weapon there or not, but we'll have to keep an eye on his menu. Kuumba, on the other hand, gets to perform good wood, and he finds Crashman in wood stage. MetaLow right behind him, so Kuumba leaving Woodman stage, MetaLow going in. No weapons or no items here.
Good
Where
wood
we?
does save time if he does it immediately. If you take too much time trying to do good wood, you probably will end up losing more time than you will possibly save. So honestly, Kuumba may have indeed lost a little bit of time messing up the good woods quite a number of times.
Yeah, he might have just broke even, or maybe wasted just a tad bit of time, or I mean, I wouldn't say at that point as many times as he messed it up that he would save it at that point. But
Well, in the meanwhile, we got MetaLow and Kuumba switching positions as Kuumba does flash while MetaLow is about to do his one. Well, he's already well into his Woodman stage, wisely checking the enemies on the next screen as he's about to do good wood himself.
yeah, first try Goodwood should save him some time, but looks like the lineup is just a little fickle in this particular seed, as MetaLow is running into the same problems Kuumba did on this this lineup Goodwood. And you know what? I gotta admit, I've noticed whenever I do it as well, when there's a gray background, it's kind of hard to tell where you need to jump off your item 3 in order to get up to the top of that zip. As you've seen, they transitioned to the next screen up, and they were catching on to the ladder instead of jumping a little bit further up and catching up at the top right like you want to be. Regardless, Kuumba making it into his boss room first. So we will go ahead and say Kuumba is definitely in the lead. MetaLow making it out of good wood, and he's gonna fight Crashman as well. Kuumba's out of there, out of flash. So I'd say he's shortly in the lead. 6:45 as to go into stage select, and he's making his way to bubble as MetaLow's gonna hit stage select about 6:54, so about 9 seconds Kuumba has on MetaLow at the moment.
And we got a little bit of a stage divergence. Like you said, Kuumba going to bubble while MetaLow decides to go to one of the more dangerous stages as far as enemy randomization can go in Airman, but looking at Airman stage is looking rather tame.
At the current time, it looks like he's not having too much issues. This could be a risky call going here early without, say, item 1, item 2, but we'll see if it pays off for him. Kuumba going for the pause buffer bubble zip setup here, buster only setup. Pretty sure he has it. Usually about 4 or 5 pauses will do it, probably 5 or 6, 7 to make sure. But yeah, there he is. Makes it.
Just point out something in the chat. Prodigy does make a very good point. As far as good wood goes, it probably does save a little bit more time than it does because of the randomization of enemies. The enemies in the randomizer can be extremely brutal. The ability to actually skip the enemies in the vanilla route can be really vital to trying to route out Woodman stage. So being able to do good wood not only could save time as far as just going through the stage fast, just basically ignoring potential annoying enemies along the way.
Bro, that bitrate falls Kuumba went through made me want a cherry soda. Looks so good. Alright, here we go. Kuumba versus Quickman. And MetaLow finds Metal Buster weak in air stage, busters him down. It's hard to say who's ahead at this point, although air is a very long stage, or not very long, but one of the longer ones for sure. Yeah, there we go. Kuumba makes it out as well.
See, we're gonna have another flip-flopping. Kuumba goes to air. He's thinking about it. He can't afford to think.
Yeah. He took a little while on the thought process there, but making it to Heat Man, I kind of agree with this as well because he has item 3. Item 1 zip here would help, but if we have a stagnant item 1, then you couldn't skip this first section. We've got crabs and Chanky makers.
Well, keep in mind we haven't found item 2 yet, so coming to Heatman early.
Oh, not again! Wow. It happened last time. It happened this time. That big trolley health drop, catching Kuumba in the flames.
Yeah, the iframes persist through the weapon, the health field. So by the time his health filled up, those iframes wind up dying again. Yeah, he died.
Yeah, unfortunate death for Kuumba. That's definitely gonna put MetaLow about maybe a little bit ahead. I don't know, or at least tied him up from where he took the death earlier in the boss room. Nonetheless. All right, Meta versus his quick man here in Bubble.
Kuumba trying to set up his item 3 for the long zipping Heatman stage, then does it successfully. But with no item 2 in sight, he's gonna have to yet again do the Yoku blocks the Heatman stage.
Right, yeah. I'd say it's safe to say Meta might be a little ahead at the current time, seeing that. Oh yeah, definitely now.
Kuumba just jumping a little too late, bunging his head on the Yoku block that was above him and taking a nasty fall.
Definitely unfortunate for Kuumba, but he's gonna get this item 3 as zip again. He's gonna redo the Yoku, so not necessarily too much time wasted, but still, I'd say good enough to give MetaLow a current firm grasp on a lead here.
We can assume as such, but right now, as things are currently still diverged, we're still gonna probably need them to be in a similar stage to make sure, probably at least in Wileys.
Right, yeah, definitely. Yeah, anything can happen. Metal takes a death anywhere in between. The tables will turn for sure. Yeah, Kuumba is, or Meta is getting toward the end of Metal. Kuumba's fighting Flashman in the Heat boss room. So not complete. So MetaLow's not completely a stage ahead, but I'd say he's at least half a stage ahead. And we find item 2.
Yep. So the Yoku blocks are going to be required. So not too much of a time loss in terms of general stage routing, but the deaths that he had in Heatman definitely set him back quite a bit.
Yeah, and Kuumba can make up some of this time if he uses item 2 here in air. So very nice.
And we got ourselves a Huggy Bubble Man. One of the boss randomizations as far as AI goes, a very special one for Bubble Man that actually has him chase Mega Man down and pretty much just literally hugs him to death.
Yeah, it looks like MetaLow picks up item 1 out of Metal, so. And after this stage, he'll be in what we call Go mode.
I think while we have Kuumba in Airman stage, while MetaLow is pretty much doing already familiar ground, you noted that some of Airman stage might have changed. You didn't see the long-winded air section where most of the lightning lords usually are. Airman stage has been slightly altered because of a particular game-breaking situation between randomized enemies and the lightning lords, specifically the birds. If the birds are in that specific long air area, there's the potential that the clouds that you would ride on will despawn and make the area impassable. So Duckfish decided to alter the stage design for Airman to make this at least doable.
Yeah, and I have to say, Meta just lost a good amount of time trying to go for that item 1 randomizer exclusive zip. He almost had it a couple times, but yeah, that definitely allowed Kuumba to, I'd say, catch up at this point.
Kuumba quickly taking out Metal Man.
It's hard to say who's exactly in the lead stages, but I will say Kuumba's got 2 masters left, Metal and Crash. MetaLow has 2 masters left, Heat and Crash. So both have Crash left, Metal can go pretty fast though, so and Heatman's actually a longer stage. So let's see what happens here. No item 1 for the Metal Zip, as it's locked here in Metal.
So we got Kuumba going in Metal with item 2 in hand. Kuumba can catch up a little bit on MetaLow since he didn't have item 2 for Metal, as
Right.
he's about to get his item 2 in this stage in Heat.
Yeah, I don't recall seeing him go using the item. Might be preoccupied watching MetaLow go for that item 1 rando exclusive zip. Boom, and Flashman's dead in Heat. Meta going for getting his item 2, and he's got his last Robo stage in Crash. So with Kuumba being here toward the end of his stage, I'd say Meta is not quite a complete stage ahead. Or sorry, not even a quarter of a stage ahead, really, because Kuumba's about to hit this boss door. So.
Yeah, I will probably say after MetaLow gets this complete Crash Zip done, by the time Kuumba exits out of this stage, MetaLow's probably going to be about half a stage ahead.
Right. Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, still anybody's game. Here we go. Buster, Kuumba looking for a weakness here against Tuggles. Metal Blade, there it is. Oh, pause it. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, he Go ahead, Creed. Sorry.
Now, I was just noting that his life bar count was at 0. He could not afford to die on Bubbleman at that point.
Yeah, that would have been really bad. Yeah, if he would have died there. But makes it out. He's gonna join MetaLow in Crash stage. So we're in the same stage. Almost. I wouldn't say almost synced up, but you know, definitely pretty close here. Oh, forgive me. Did not mark Kuumba getting item 1 yet, but he definitely has it. And yeah, he's opting to skip the Goodwoods. Wait a minute. Yo! Oh man! Yo, I said I wanted to see him do some zip I've never seen him do before, and he's about to do it, but it looked like he got hit by some frogs. Just when you think you've seen all the zips in this game, Kuumba comes around and puts a new one in there. Oh, gotta love it. Good stuff to Kuumba though.
But we still have MetaLow easily defeating a Buster South Weak Woodman in Crash as he's on his way to Wally 1. So, of course, you know what that means. Everyone, we are in Wally 1. It's time for our favorite coloring guessing game. Guess the color of the Mecha Dragon, and as always, for extra credit, you can also guess that weakness as well. Since Charlie Boy did the honors on the first one, I shall do the honors for this one, and I shall do my classic color combination of a monochrome dragon. But I think we're going to be 2 for 2 on Buster weaknesses, so we're going to have another Buster Weak Dragon this seed.
Alright, I like it. Let me see, how about, let me see, stop sign red, and, weak to, how about air? Sounds good.
Kuumba coming in hobbling on his Crash boss door. Why are they deciding to use the E-Tank? As he's about to fight his Buster Weak Woodman. Of course, he doesn't know that, so he's still on his last weapon.
Yeah, definitely can't afford another death. I would have personally went for that one up myself, but it does waste about maybe 5 seconds, and Kuumba doesn't go for it. He's gonna go ahead and defeat Crash. He's gonna make it out at 1932. Very nice. Sees the Wily screen at 1932. Makes it out of the boss fight about 1988. On his way to Wily. MetaLow about to show us what color our dragon is. I'll see a few guesses in chat.
Taking a little bit of a beating on the Chanky Makers on the ladder climb, though.
And that is as red as I've ever seen.
Charlie boy!
Hey, I wanted to be right. Okay? Hey, that's metal, too. Hey, you got that part right. You said metal, didn't you?
No, I said...
Oh, you said Buster. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was expecting 2 for 2 for Buster. But metal is just as good with that kind of a metal. Just shredded the Mega Dragon as MetaLow's on Wally 2.
Yeah, I said metal last time. But that was last time. This time I said air. I was wrong completely.
A little bit of a vanilla-ish starting point for Wally 2 with the prop tops basically guarding the first parts of Wally 2. Kuumba have a little bit of trouble utilizing the item ones, trying to skip to the ladders quickly. Well, we're 2 for 2 for air weaknesses for the walls.
Yeah, Meta gonna go ahead and backtrack a little bit for that one up. I'd say that probably wastes about 5-6 seconds if Kuumba skips it, but yeah, guys are pretty close still. Meta just about a half a stage ahead still, maybe 3/4 of a stage, but yeah, anybody's game still. Kuumba playing close with death as he's going to the dragon fight with I'd say about 1/8 of health.
And he does find metal as well, so this should be a really quick dragon fight. And indeed it was. Kuumba taking out the dragon is on his way to Wally 2. And MetaLow threading the needle.
Oh, I saw that.
With that spike drop.
That saves not nearly enough time as it's worth. Because if he would have hit that, he would have been back at the checkpoint. But he made it. Wow, what a guy.
Find a quick boomerang to be at least one of the weaknesses for the Pico units. And probably gonna stick with it. Quick boomerangs definitely would be one of the go-to weapons that I would definitely go for to look for weapon weaknesses on the Pico units. MetaLow slowly taking his time, taking out each unit one by one, and does succeed in taking out each unit. About to go into Wally 3 as a reward.
Yeah, it seemed like Kuumba was gonna check the wall weaknesses and then decided not to, as he had stopped and walked up to the wall, but then he continued on. He's pretty close on his hills, I'd say. He's about to head up to Pico. Any one mistake from Meta or any prolonged fishing would definitely time this race up.
Got a little bit of dirtier water this time around. I guess we ran out of the Aquafina from the last seed.
Yeah. Yeah, looks like it might be dirty, or maybe orange soda. Who loves orange soda? Kel loves orange soda. Oh yeah. But here we go. Kuumba finds quick boomerang for Pico. Oh, this is kind of close and kind of scary.
Guess what? That's yet again.
I'll say Kuumba being the player he is, he should. I don't want to say it. I'm not gonna say it. Not gonna say it.
We got a Buster Weak Guts Tank though, as MetaLow
should be fine.
Annihilates the Guts Tank, and he's on his way to Wally 4.
Very nice. Yeah, Kuumba makes it out. Meta makes it out of Guts with the Buster Weak, like Creed said. So, yeah. About a stage ahead, but luckily for Kuumba, this is one of the fastest stages in the game, Wily 3. So, still able to catch up, definitely.
Little bit of a stream issue on MetaLow's end.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and hop over to Kuumba's audio for the time being, until Meta can sort things out, hopefully. But yeah, he's gonna get the vertical zip here, it looks like.
Utilizing item 3 to see if he can get this little ceiling zip, which we probably won't see.
I'm gonna guess he got it. It looked like his.
We're just gonna assume the best for MetaLow, as the frames are dropping on his side of the race screen.
And in the meantime, Kuumba finding himself versus the Guts tank, and he's got the right weapon out, so he finds that out pretty quick, and that's one dead Guts tank.
Well, while we're discussing weaknesses for Wily bosses, as MetaLow gets popped off by the Shotman while trying to skip with the item 2.
Yeah, this doesn't exactly look like the best situation right here, but he makes it over.
I was about to go on a tangent about Wily weaknesses, that technically there are weapons for each Wily boss that is not Time Stopper, but there is always a slight chance that each Wily boss will be Buster weak, but it's only a 50-50 chance. Otherwise, there is a chance that each Wily boss is going to be immune to the Buster.
Yeah, Meta actually resetting this last room here, so that way he can attempt to go for the zip. It looks like he gets it. The corridor zip wiggles in. Kuumba's flying his way across here. It doesn't look like he wants any vertical zip. Saving his item 3 as well for the later corridor zip. Alright, we know air is weak, the wall weakness. So MetaLow going to do that. Looks like he might have popped his E-Tank. Kuumba making his way through. He did. Yeah, MetaLow did pop the E-Tank. Kuumba making his way through the spike screens is doomed now. And what was that? Was that bubble that Meta found? Or
Yep, that was bubble.
Bubble, okay. Very nice, very nice. Alright. MetaLow making his way to the refights. Kuumba taking the bonk. Alright, nice setups on the item 1, taking the extra hit to make sure not to fall on the spikes. Placing his item 1, he's right behind him. This is going to be a rough tracking these refights for me, but we'll go ahead and mark Airman dead.
See, this is why I don't do tracking during the refights, because the situation it's extra work. You don't need to track these kinds of things.
I mean, it can help the commentators, especially if you have a dedicated track. As these refights can become rather close. And Kuumba testing Leaf Shield. Trying to figure out what the wall weakness is as well.
Yeah, opting not to do it in Wily 2 and just going on, kind of wonder wasting his time a little bit.
Oh, this weird bubble, but there we go. Kuumba makes it across. Oh, very close, but he makes it. Very nice. Alright, I see Meta at least is 3 robos down. Kuumba's making his way to refights now. And he's going counterclockwise, the superior way to go, as I think MetaLow's going clockwise. I'm just kidding, of course. It's always per reference on that, but you know.
Yeah, kind of hard to tell where MetaLow is with the choppiness, but he should be definitely closing in on the Wily machine.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably his second to last one now. As Kuumba, that was Meta's. Sorry, going clockwise. That was Kuumba's going counterclockwise, that was Kuumba's second Robo to fight, so that would be Meta's 7th. But yeah, we're keeping up with Meta with the slideshow he's giving us now. At the same time, Kuumba's on Bubble. He's got 2 Robos down. Yeah, it looks like the machine is down for Meta.
Yeah, it looked like it's a Buster Week machine, so it was a really easy time for MetaLow.
It's one dead Metal Man. 3 more bosses to go for Kuumba, which should be a quick air and bubble. Or sorry, he took out bubble. Be quick air and crash is what he has left. Meta holding right. Looks like he's going for the alien zip.
Nope, doesn't look like he was successful in trying to zip. He's going for vanilla, using Time Stopper to stop the acid drops from getting in his way. Meanwhile, Kuumba is on his final Robot Master, about to duel with his Waddle Machine very, very shortly. And that's one man down. That's all the robots annihilated. So Kuma's about to face his Waddle Machine, as we have no clue what MetaLow is doing with the alien.
Well,
For all we know, he's probably getting pro'd by now.
Well, now that it's past his official SRL time, I can tell you, indeed, MetaLow has finished the race with an official SRL time of 31 minutes and 28 seconds. So he did kill the alien. Not sure what the weakness is, but there it is. MetaLow is your winner.
So GG's in chat? Maybe?
Right?
Oh.
Yeah,
God
31-28. So Kuumba coming in. He's got to defeat, or sorry, not defeat, but not be that far behind. He's not that far behind. Definitely not. He's gonna go ahead and go for the zip. I don't blame him. If I see a dot, I start doing fancy, cool stuff, you know. I'm like, alright, well, I don't have to worry. I've already lost. I might as well, you know, show off a bit. So, very nice. Gets the zip, too. The long zip. Nice wiggles, sir. Very nice. Here we go. We're fighting the alien.
I'm gonna guess that it was Quick Boomerang that MetaLow might have used, but we're about to find out in a moment.
Whatever was, had Mega Man with and the orange shirt, so to speak. So that might be Quick. It's not that one. Nope, yeah, it's gonna be Quick then. Yep. Sorry, I said that backwards. Orange trunks and blue shirt. Or green shirt.
And yep, it's confirmed Quick Boomerang. And that is official GG's from Kuumba, as he comes in second place with official SRL time of 33 minutes and 20 seconds. But of course, that still loses to MetaLow, as MetaLow goes up 2-0, winning this matchup between our two racers. But GG's to both our runners, though.
He's just so fast. Yeah, GG's definitely to Kuumba. Good stuff. We'll see if we can't get these guys in if they're interested in doing an interview. Go ahead and send these guys invites to the commentary stream here. Although I'm sure I'd be surprised if Kuumba came, because Kuumba, you know, he doesn't have a micro. That's the running joke. Of course he has one, but he's not much on interview. That'd be cool to hear from him, of course. But yeah, we'll offer these guys a spot for an interview, of course. See if what these guys' thoughts about the seeds. Kuumba gonna show off. What'd you call this hack? Winter. Mega Man 3 Winter Solstice?
Winter Night.
Winter Nights?
Kuba up in chat right now. See if I can see if we can prod him in for an interview potentially. Like you said, I doubt it, but we'll see what happens. And indeed, Kuumba does decline the interview, so we're gonna see if we can get MetaLow in right quick.
Boo.
Boo? T?
And there we go.
What's up, Metal? How's it
The first was good.
GG's.
Thanks.
GG's.
But I'm really not happy of the second one. I did many mistakes, made many bullshit time lost. I'm surprised to win the second. I think Kuba did mistakes too, so.
Hard to say a 31-28 on the second seed is something that would imply a ton of mistakes. It's hard for some of us. It's hard for some of us to even reach 31.
Yeah, sorry for that, but my robots were very bad. Like I lose many times on Hitman, I failed my zips. So that's all. I don't know. I'm not happy. You know, even sometimes you don't do a good time, but you think you did well. It's not really your fault, but here the seeds were pretty okay, even that good, I mean. And on the second one, on my own, I think I should have done better. That's it. But I got one suicide drop, so that's okay. Let's save it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be too mad with the first one, especially. You get the first tournament 29. How do you feel about that?
Oh, come on.
Fastest time in the tournament so far.
Yeah,
Logged
but
by yourself.
not even 28. So
Come
Oh
on!
my goodness! He doesn't wake up for 29s. He wants 28s.
Of course.
Yeah, but not even 28.
I want a new
it's
PB.
not good. No.
I want a new PB. I want 27.
You'll get there. I'm sure.
No,
I have faith in you.
I don't know if it's possible, but no, yeah. The first seed was very good. Both seeds were good. I mean, we got kind of quick items. There were a bit more hiding in the second one, but like the first one, I have 4 robots with the 3 items, so that's go mode. You just do what you want.
Yeah, you did really good. You got in I'd say kinda early in the seed, yeah.
Yeah.
And then second seed, not so much. I think didn't Crash have item too? Well, no, you went
No,
Crash
it was
as well.
it was Heat. Heat, I got the item too. So, but
Right.
I did a mistake because I did bad routing between my robots because I thought I had no more lives to do Crash Zip, so I do the other stages to get the item 2 to get the life in Heat, and I had 1 more life, so I would have done Crash earlier if I could.
Right. Yeah, I think did Kuumba go Crash early? Yeah, I think he did. Or he went Wood early. His second stage was Wood. Your third stage was Wood.
Yeah, I always do quick flash because no matter items you do quick flash. You don't need items to do that. Maybe item 2 in flash can save a bit of time, but it doesn't really matter. But when you got item 3, yeah, you can go good wood directly. That's what Kuumba does, I guess.
Yeah, regardless, both of you guys did really well in these seeds. Put on a great show for all of us watching. Yeah, so
Thanks.
you move along in the tournament. You're in round 3 now on winner's side. You are going to face up against LV Creed. And
Once again,
right now, we have both of the runners here that are fighting next round. So let me hear your best wrestling promo against this guy. You know, Metal. Let me hear what you got to say against Creed. Creed, you'll get your opportunity right after. What do you guys got? Come on, let's hear it.
Who is it, guy?
There we go.
Who's
Alright.
this guy? Oh, you
What?
want who this guy, huh? You want to go with this guy? This guy got a grudge.
This guy.
This
Yeah,
guy right here has a grudge. This is good. I got myself another running back here. This is a running back from last year's tournament. I got something to prove here. This Frenchie thinks he's gonna top me.
Ooh.
USA here. We're gonna run this joint. I'm gonna
Yeah.
prove myself this time. So America is gonna take down this French back, and we're gonna try to roll this sucker down.
but
So
sorry,
yeah, this we got says a running back here. So this is a grudge match. You and me, MetaLow.
yeah, the
Wow,
match
let's
started.
go.
But sorry, I'm gonna be only available at 1 p.m. Eastern European time. So sorry, you're gonna do an early match. You'll be weak.
I
No,
love
yeah,
it.
so
I love it.
Of course, Creed is an instinct player too. We faces each other last year, and when
Yeah,
I
we
faced
did.
him, I was like very hot hand. I did no mistakes. I did twice 32, I guess. That was awesome time, and that's what I need to beat Creed. So it's gonna be a very good match, and no mistakes allowed. That's it.
And that's pretty much my mentality. Now I have, in order to catch MetaLow, I gotta pretty much try to utilize all the zips in order to keep up with them. So the zips that I usually am trying to afraid of doing, like the Wally 4 zips. Now I gotta try to risk those and try to go blow for blow with MetaLow in order to keep pace with him. So this upcoming match is gonna probably be potentially either a really wild one or yet another shutout pace. It's gonna be something special.
Yeah, that's gonna be huge. I'm gonna have to do my 2 suicide drops to save the 0.2 seconds that make me win. Yeah, that's gonna be great. I'm excited.
Yeah, definitely for sure. I'm excited to watch it. Yeah, big shout outs to you guys. Shout outs to MetaLow here for the win. Shout outs to Kuumba for the race as well. Good games to him, can't forget. Shout outs to Creed for co-commentating with me and delivering that awesome wrestling promo that I asked for. I appreciate it. Oh man, I'm hyped now. I want to see this.
I
match.
used to be a wrestling boy before times changed.
Right. I can dig it. Yeah, I got back into wrestling when Sting came back in 2014. So I've been watching pretty decently heavy for the last 5 years again. But regardless, yeah, big shout outs to you guys. Anything else you guys want to add before we do the wrap up?
Just thank everyone. Thanks for commentating as always, and see you next time. To face Creed.
Very nice.
Yeah, I guess that pretty much just wraps it up. Of course, we got to remind everyone that we do have a race coming on later tonight at 10:30 Eastern on the Speed Gaming channel, the main Speed Gaming channel, between Prodigy, who is who was our last year's tournament champion, going against the man that sent him to the losers bracket last year and stuffing things. So this one should be pretty interesting as well.
Yeah, definitely. You guys make my job easy. I don't even got me. So yeah, you guys make sure to tune in tonight to Stuffing Things and Prodigy at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the main Speed Gaming channel for more Mega Man 2 Randomizer action. My name is Charlie Boy, joined here by LV Creed, signing off. Thank you guys again for the race. Thanks for watching.
Take
See
care,
you
everyone.
guys.